How are we doing there, boys and girls? Manthis here and welcome back to another video. Now, aside from the usual goal making activity that we publish on this channel, today it's time to talk about BlizzCon or BlizzConline or however you wish to pronounce it. Now, in true fashion, because Blizzard do not have the ability to keep their mouths shut, they've managed to leak a press release. So if you don't want to know too much more than has already been disclaimed in the title and thumbnail of this video, switch off now. Otherwise, we're going to look at, see what they've published and see what's coming up. Now, let's look at the official major content patch. The first major content patch is going to be called Chains of Domination. Let's take a little looky. The treacherous sire Denathras has been defeated, but the power of the Maw still grows. Oh boy, we're back in the Maw. In Chains of Domination, the first upcoming major content patch for World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Players are going to dive into the depths of the Jailer's hopeless domain, seeking to understand the true nature of his maleficent plans. Backed by the Backed by the renewed might of the Four Covenants, the champions of the Horde and the Alliance will take fight for the Shadowlands to the seat of the Jailer's power. But the Banished One has a terrible new champion in his service, a cruel instrument of despair conscripted by Sylvanas Windrunner, capable of instilling dread onto the hearts of Azeroth's heroes like no creature of the Shadowlands. Oh boy, sounds interesting. So, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be discovering the mysteries of Korthia. The Jailer is searching for keys to fulfill his twisted designs, and he's pulled a fragment of a long-lost domain into the Maw itself to find it. Seek answers to ancient Korthia, the city of secrets. Is this going to be a new section of the Maw? And engage in new quests and outdoor activities. Well, they're obviously expanding the Maw. Now, some of you guys who may have been hoping that they just kind of crumple into a ball and put it in a bin, unfortunately not the case. We are going to be expanding even more so into the Maw. The Covenant strike back. With the strength of the Kyrian, Nightfey, Necrolords and Venthyr restored, embark on a campaign to unite the Four Covenants together, power as one, and launch an assault against the Jailer in his home territory. So finally we might start to see this divide between the Four Covenants come back together. It's kind of snuck into the campaign a little bit, but it's still slightly weird that, you know, the Necrolords pissed off the Kyrian, and it all was a bit of a muddle. Now, pulling together, one team, one purpose. Let's see. A new raid of the Sanctum of Domination. SOD is going to be SOD. Okay. the shorthand of the new raid is going to be SOD. Okay, sure. Brave, treacherous, unexplored reaches of Torghast in a new 10-boss raid, the Sanctum of Domination. Encounter the true eye of the Jailer, turn the tide against the Taragu, and come face to face with the Banshee Queen herself in a fateful confrontation. Oh, hang on, that's the dude that chases you down in Torghast. Oh, it'd be good to finally do some pew-pewing against that dude. Additionally, we have a new mega dungeon, Tazavesh, the Veiled Market. Gather your party and discover exotic wares and strange creatures in an 8-boss mythic mega dungeon. Oh, this sounds cool. Set in the bazaar of the mysterious brokers and culminating in a high-stakes heist to steal powerful artifacts from Azeroth. This is going to be cool there. It's nice to see that they're repeating the mega dungeon thing. Mechagon was loads of fun, and eventually they had to split it into two. But Mechagon, when it was first implemented, was a real good barrel of laughs. I really enjoyed that. It would be good fun to see a new mega dungeon and more. So let's see what's in the and more. We haven't heard about legendaries yet. Gear up for Shadowlands Raid, Dungeon and PvP Season 2 with a Season Mythic Keystone Dungeon affix themed around the Jailer's power. Don new Covenant cosmetic armor sets that any class can wear. Expand the power of your soulbinds and conduits. Add new mounts and pets to your menagerie. Unlock flying in the Covenant's 4 domains and much more. Ooh, so interesting. Not a single word about legendaries anywhere. Okay, but we are getting flying. Flying's confirmed. This is pretty cool. Should we take a look at the logo? Chains of Domination logo. Looks pretty badass. I like that. I like that. Oh, he's looking a bit funky. That's some really sort of bony armor. Get my hands on that one, methinks. Tazavesh, the Veiled Market. Oh, so all our profession trainers are going to be getting swatted. New Covenant armor sets. Which one do we think actually looks all that? I think. I mean, then why do the Night Fays have to look like fairies? I guess it makes sense, but it still feels a bit weird. It's hard to say. I think I would lean towards the Venthyr one again. I guess assuming that's the Venthyr one. I mean, there is 5, so it's kind of hard to tell. Okay. Well, I think this red one is probably my favourite. Oh, stupid fairies, whatever. Sanctum of Domination. So we got a big armor boy. He's looks a bit solid. Korthia. Is this the new section of the Maw then? Well, this isn't a regular mount that's available in the Maw though, right? Was Korthia the main part of the raid? Did I get that? Yeah, Korthia, the City of Secrets. This, correct me if I'm wrong, that's just a regular mount. That's not a special Maw only mount. Maybe we might finally be able to use our mounts in the Maw. If it's only even if it's only restricted to the new Korthia little section, that will be definitely a bonus. And one that is going for us in our little goal making community, going to warrant an entire video by itself. But flying, confirmed 9.1 flying. I think it was pretty much confirmed previously anyway, but flying. This is good. Haha! And confirmed World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic. Well, no surprises there really, is it? Let's be honest. So let's see, journey through the Dark Portal once again in World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic. Originally released in January 2007, the Burning Crusade summoned the heroes of Azeroth to the shattered and fell-scarred realm of Outlands to stop an invasion of the demonic Burning Legion. In 2021, Blizzard Entertainment's recreation of the first World of Warcraft expansion will give players from around the world a chance to return to Outland, as it was once, to relive an era of timeless adventure or experience what awaits beyond the Dark Portal for the first time. Ooh. Now for me personally, Outland actually holds more nostalgia than Classic. I never really played, although I think my account was created in original vanilla. It wasn't really until Burning Crusade I dedicated a lot of time to the game, so we might get on board with this. I think the hype train will catch me pretty heavily. Let's see what it's got to say. Rediscover the broken world of Outland. Flee the fell reavers who roam Hellfire Peninsula, and hopefully all of the ganking that goes along with it. Dive deep into the swamps of Zangarmarsh to confront what lurks below and clash with the demonic agents of the Burning Legion in the shadow of the Black Temple. Join the fight as a Blood Elf or Draenei. Yeah, I suppose it's probably been slightly weird not having Blood Elf females running around in Classic, but sure. Ranks of the Horde and the Alliance grow. Fight for the Horde as the Blood Elves, seeking a new source of the arcane power that once sustained them. Or join the Alliance as the Draenei, exiles from Outland in search of a new home. Now all of this, if you ever played Burning Crusade in its original form, will be of no surprise to you. The saga unfolds over time. Content from the original game will roll out in phases, so they're going to phase it the same. What's really, what I want to know is what's going to happen to, Classic. Prepare for the opening of the Black Temple, gear up to confront the gods of Zulaman, and gather your allies to face the fury of the Sunwell. Burning Crusade features Reborn. Prove your prowess in the arena PvP system. Enhance your gear with the jewel crafting profession. Jewel crafting back then was so fun. And boy, did I make a lot of gold with it back in the day. Take to the skies over Outland on flying mounts. Choose whether to seek the aid of the Eldor or the Scryers in Shattrath, and much more. Okay, choose your era. This is going to be key for us, I think. Prior to the Burning Crusade Classics release, WoW Classic players can decide whether to advance each of their characters onto the Burning Crusade era with the rest of their realm, or continue playing the original WoW Classic content on new Classic era servers. Thank you, Blizzard. There was a distinct concern that they were going to just, you know, progress everything onto Burning Crusade, and then what, in 10 years time are we going to have a classic? Okay, so it's going to give you the ability to continue playing Classic. I presume you can still play the Classic game. I imagine it will just go into a sort of a cycle where just everything is unlocked and you can go from start to finish. And then brand new Burning Crusade. Now, what it still doesn't necessarily state is whether you are going to be able to just dive straight into Burning Crusade servers, or whether you are going to have to level through Classic first. Going to be interesting, we'll see. At least it doesn't appear, or it doesn't sound like you're able to go and just create a level 60 character, but time will tell. Included with the existing World of Warcraft subscription, as with WoW Classic, anyone who subscribes to World of Warcraft can also play Burning Crusade Classic at no additional cost, giving players the freedom to enjoy multiple eras of Azeroth at their own pace. This is cool. There's our official artwork for it. It's looking pretty good. Well then, boys and girls, there's a few things we're going to need to talk about over the next few days, that is for sure. Burning Crusade Classic sounds pretty good. I'm glad to hear that we can take our characters straight into Burning Crusade. Now might be a good time to ding 60, methinks. Maybe we'll go back to Classic for a while. But onto onto retail. Shadowlands has got flying confirmed. This seems to indicate that we're going to be able to mount up properly in the Maw, which is good. New raid, slightly fishy name. It's going to be shorthand is going to be Sod. That's not a great shorthand, but sure. Covenant armor's looking pretty solid. We're going to be pew-pewing against our profession trainers. That's going to be a bit weird. Chains of Domination, Anduin. I'm not sure exactly whether, maybe this is the Covenant, one of the Covenant collectible sets. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks pretty cool. Well, there we go. I'll leave it there for this video then, boys and girls. We have Chains of Domination. It's coming. Now, no release dates. I'm sure we'll get a little bit more information about that come the actual BlizzCon, which starts in about 24 hours, I believe, from the time of me recording this video. But it's getting exciting. The hype train is getting real. I'm getting hyped. I'm getting well into Shadowlands again. I took a small break, as you guys know, but I'm getting back into it. I'm getting my characters up, and I'm doing my best right now to make sure that I've got the renown across my 4 characters that are working through each of the covenants, trying to, you know, get them at least into the 30s relatively soon. So I think it's going to be fun. If you enjoyed this video, boys and girls, remember to give the video a like. It really does help my channel grow. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.